Alright, so now I'm going to open up the floor to everyone here to ask them any questions you guys may have.
What's your idea of fun in UFC?
What's your idea of fun in UFC? Whoever wants to say.
There is no fun.
When I first came to my first meeting with UFC, just every aspect of the club seemed really fun. Like everyone was so close knitted together, and then everyone had jokes to crack up about, and then no one was like self-conscious about how they acted, and I don't know, that's what I see as fun. So I just think everything that this club has to offer.
In this particular recording, it was decided.
For me, if you go out to the events and like get active in the club, the more fun you'll have. A lot of the things I've been doing, like going to the concessions and Jose Rizal Bridge cleanup was work, but the people around you and the people and what you do like in the club like really makes it fun itself. Like the atmosphere here is all about fun and everything is like what she said, but I'm not trying to copy and all that, but stole my swag. But yeah, if you get involved, like everything's fun, I'd say.
I think getting to know other people, being a new student, you come into SU, not many friends, or like if you're from far away, you don't have anybody, to lean on. And I think just getting to know people and making friends is fun. And I think that's something that UFC has that some of the other clubs and organizations don't have. So.
Can you tell an event that you hope UFC will do and you thought they will do? Or like, what do you imagine?
Sessions.
Not like concessions.
He's not involved.
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah.
What is an event that you hope will happen with UFC?
Well, for me, I'm looking forward to Barrio. I've seen Barrio done, and I liked it. I mean, I turned out to those two guys as Barrios, and like I really enjoyed the program. I want to be part of it. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I encourage everybody else to sign up for Barrio as well.
Well, I hear you guys have a dance party, like a really fun dance party, and like I said in my raps, I'm really all for the dance party, so I'm looking forward to that. But also, I don't know if you guys have like relays, but I think it'd be fun if we had like a relay race and had like different obstacles to do and stuff like that.
I think sorry.
No, I'm done.
I'm looking forward to the like going on like a cultural kind of museum or like a cultural center to learn more about the Filipino traditions and beliefs and cultures, because I feel like new students might not have that kind of upbringing or background. So I'm myself included. So I think learning just about the culture is important too. So that's something I look forward to.
Okay, so if I have this correct, you all are freshmen, right?
Yes.
And usually freshman year, people try to settle in and get used to their academic career because it goes from high school to college. And I know being an officer is a really time-consuming job. Let's say you have a midterm Wednesday and you have an event Thursday. What do you do, and how would you manage your time to make sure you complete your obligations as an officer and also complete your obligations as a student?
So for time management, I always have my calendar with me, and I always just take the time of my day to kind of space out what I'm going to do and how long it's going to take me to do it. So if I had a midterm, I would make sure that I spaced out my time right, like study over the weekend, make sure I'm prepared, review a little bit, or review the morning of, and then just save the whole Thursday for the event, and also make time for helping to plan the event and arriving early to make sure everything's kind of set up and everything.
Being an officer is a commitment. School does come first. I would agree that you have to manage time wisely with that. Let's see. I mean, if you're signing up to be an officer, you're obviously going to have time issues, whatever. Plan ahead. That's all I gotta say. That's what I would do.
I think being an officer of the Filipino Club or any other club for that matter comes hand in hand with your education. So it's more than just being a member. When you're an officer, they're almost equal. So you have to make sure that you have enough time to do both. And I feel that if you're an officer, you can't have an excuse as homework. I can't come to the event. So like my other two candidates said, yeah, you do have to pre-plan your week and possibly even your month in order to be a successful student as well as a successful officer.
Hi, I'm John. I'm from UW. What ideas do you have for collaboration between SUUFC and other Filipino-based organizations in and around the Seattle area?
So I was talking about community outreach. If you guys didn't know, Filipinos have a high dropout rate in high school. I was thinking of collaborating with high school students, like as a mentor program, and getting help from UW FASA, because it's a big issue within our community, and I think that we should do something about it. You know, like we need to step up our game when it comes to school and getting other people in the community a chance to go to college and all that stuff. So I think it'd be interesting to do that.
Can I clarify my question real quick?
Oh, okay.
I guess I meant specifically with other organizations like Pinoy Nung Central, Western FASA, UW FASA, Anak Bayan, and those kind of organizations.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know we were collecting like that. I thought we were just with FASA, but I didn't know.
I had no idea either.
We're all caught off guard.
It's something to think about.
Okay, you have a whole year to plan and stuff like that.
It's all good. It's all good. All the questions.
I have a question. So, as freshmen and as members of the minority community at SU, I'm just wondering how you would plan to involve yourself in the SU community, both both as a freshman student and as a member of a minority community here at SU, and so how you would represent yourself as a student and how you would represent yourself in UFC as UFC to the greater community of SU, whether it be the minority community or just the bigger community of SU, the student body.
Write down an essay.
How do you plan to represent yourself to the school? I mean, not yourself, sorry, UFC. How do you plan to represent UFC to the school?
There you go.
I plead the fifth.
Are you gonna elaborate on the thought? Oh, okay, sorry. Well, how I would represent UFC to SU as a whole is, I don't know, I guess bringing myself out there and, I don't know, in my speech I may have sounded like I was just all about dance parties, but I will be committed. If I make a commitment, I don't want to disappoint you guys. And I guess I guess we do collaborate with all the other minority clubs, so we could like meet together and just kind of talk about events that we can plan to help us represent as a whole minority group. to SU rather than just UFC. We could just bring out the whole minority groups and clubs. I hope I'm answering your question. Okay, all right, thanks.
Oh, okay. I feel like I can represent UFC in a good way because, or not just UFC, but also the minority, like you said, because I'm not only Filipino, I'm Japanese, Portuguese, and Caucasian, so I'm like super minority. So, like everything. So, I guess I can relate to all the minorities, kind of, or a lot of them. So, I'll have that different perspective on how, you know, like I'm not just Filipino or just white or just something. So I think that's how I would represent myself. It's not only a representative of UFC, but a representative of all these different cultures kind of blended in one. Of me. Yeah. So.
The only thing I can think of how I represent myself is to necessarily just put myself out there. I can't really say what I'm gonna do necessarily yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say that again. The only way I'm gonna represent is if I put myself out there. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I can't say for sure, but I think I do a good job at it, no matter what. Did that answer your question? Sorry about that. That was a good one.
Brandy, go for it.
So this is more of sort of a fun question. What's one Filipino type of food that would best describe you?
I honestly don't have a lot of knowledge of Filipino food except for lumpia. But feel free to enlighten me on the food because I'm interested in learning about the various different types. I'll eat it, but a lot of the times people don't tell me what it is. They just say, don't ask, just eat.
See this body right here is 100% caldereta. Meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes. That's what I am of the club. I'm meat and potatoes of the club.
I don't know what I would be, but I really like dinuguan.
Alright, so Nate, last question.
So knowing that there's only one position available and one of you all three are going to be able to have it, simple question, yes or no, are you still going to be involved in the process after the position?
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. How would you describe your artistic skills?
Somebody want to...
Awan.
Your artistic skills. Well, because
Yeah, being honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the art chair.
basically, so the new student rep works with PR on banners and advertising and flyers and whatever else I ask you to do that has to do with my job. I just need to get a feel for your
It's
artistic
okay, they can grow in their artistic skills too.
You know those signs outside of Boom Noodle that say like, hey, it's happy hour and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I do those sometimes. What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, you
If you need me to draw a stick figure, it's 10. I got a 10 on stick figures, but everything else is, I don't know. She might be filthy, so I'll.
I think I can help you with like flyers, like trying to get the word out that way. I recently ran for ASSU and I made my own campaign flyer, and it had to be like catchy and stuff, that type of color. So I think, you know, as far as that, can't draw for. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you.
All right, you guys, can we give it up for them again? This is